Is Filthy Phil the worst patched member of Sons of Anarchy in the history? Welcome back to Fog Entertainment as a Sons of Anarchy Season 6, Episode 4 Theory. We have got 50 votes on this bad boy, and only 20% of the vote actually think that Filthy Phil is the worst ranked member in SOA history. 80% are actually voting no. RIP Big Phil. I actually didn't mind Filthy Phil, but let's not kid ourselves. As a patched member of an MC, the guy didn't cut it. He was about 5 million stone. He actually had to have a special cut. He was that big. It just sounds like a Make-A-Wish kid won a free ticket to ride with Sam Crow for like 4 seasons. That's what it feels like. Obviously, he met his maker in episode 4 of season 6. Galen and Connor laying the smackdown to him and Phelan. I mean, I think Phelan's lucky he never patched in, or else this poll could very well be about him, but he's not a fully patched member, so he's not going to get talked about an awful lot. But for me, is he the worst member? I can see why people are going to say the Nomads. There'll be a few comments, right? But end of the day, he was loyal. He didn't rat. He did all the job or tasks when told. But that's another thing. He didn't feel like a patch member. You feel like every member at the table could voice their opinion to the Prez or VP, fight back a bit, be like, nah, this is what we need to do, sort of thing. I don't agree with that. Filthy Phil, so he's like, this guy actually got the vote on Clay getting his patch took off him, and a Mr. Mayhem. Filthy Phil was in the door about 5 minutes. Clay was one of the first guys who built the door. For me, it didn't exactly sit right. Is he the worst member? If someone wants to go with Greg the Peg or Johnny Gogo, or was his first name even Johnny? I know it's Gogo. Then I'm not going to complain too much, but yeah. Anyway, he's definitely in the bottom 3. Otto WW says he never betrayed the club like others, but on a scale of every loyal member, we could say he's the worst because he never did much special things. But at the same time, we haven't met every member in the club, so we can't say for certain. I mean, true, he never betrayed the club, but what we meant by the worst patch member, we didn't mean like, oh, what did he do against the club? It's more of a character point of view, like from a TV show perspective, like who's the worst son's character, like in terms of Sam Crow. And I think Filthy Phil, is he worse than Greg the Peg? At least Greg the Peg had the peg leg, Filthy Phil had I think they both had decent deaths, but I can definitely see why you can flip it both ways. Moving in though, Gaz42069 says the Nomads in season 5 are, like I said, if you want to go for Gogo and Greg the Peg, then by all means go for Gogo and Greg the Peg. But I'm not having Frankie Diamonds being ranked below Filthy Phil. Doesn't sit right with me, that. Absolutely not. No, not a chance. And then Bridget Connor says Luther was the worst SOA member by far. The guy just casually tells Gemma that the dirty loyalist police are probably going to take the Sam Crew members away to shoot them and leave them in a ditch. Even Geezer stepped up to task to deliver. You heard the Lady Lover line, which Gemma directed Luther to step on the gas to run them off the road, which in the end he didn't do anyway until Gemma reached over to take control. Didn't think we'd ever get a Geezer and Luther comment here on Fog Entertainment, but we did. 2024, 29th of August. Put that one in your calendar. But again, if you factored in every patched member in the history of Sons of Anarchy, like not just Sam Crow, would Filthy Phil be the worst? No. I'd say the worst would probably be Terry. Guy was an absolute shitebag merchant and gave up Sam Dino and every other charter that was in there to the Mayans because he had a wee broken wing. Broken wing? Pathetic excuse here, man.